But first, we begin tonight with continuing coverage from Minnesota and the ongoing search for a suspect officials say shot 4 people, including 2 Democratic state lawmakers. The attack killed State Representative and former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark Hortman. It also led to State Senator John Hoffman and his wife, Yvette, being injured. Tonight, we are learning more details about the suspect authorities are still searching for. ABC's Faith Abube has the latest details from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
Tonight, a manhunt in Minnesota for 57-year-old Vance Bolter, who authorities say assassinated a beloved Minnesota lawmaker and her husband and wounded another legislator and his spouse while posing as a police officer.
Do not approach him. You should consider him armed and dangerous.
Around 2 a.m., police in Champlain, northwest of Minneapolis, responding to reports of a shooting at the home of State Senator John Hoffman.
Black SUV had red and blue flashlights. Suspects posing as police officers shot 2 victims.
Officers finding Hoffman and his wife Yvette in their home wounded, rushing them to the hospital. Meanwhile, 8 miles away in Brooklyn Park, a fast-thinking sergeant deciding to proactively check on the home of former House Speaker Melissa Hortman.
When they arrived at Melissa's house, they noticed that there was a police vehicle in the driveway with the lights, emergency lights on, and what appeared to be a police officer at the door coming out of the house. When our officers confronted him, the individual immediately fired upon the officers, who exchanged gunfire, and the suspect retreated back into the home.
Inside, police finding the bodies of former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark. They say the suspect was dressed as a police officer, complete with a badge, vest, and taser, and a realistic-looking latex mask, fleeing on foot. Thousands told to shelter in place, officials warning residents their officers will only travel in pairs.
If there's only one officer outside the door, do not answer the door and call 911.
Authorities say they found a hit list inside the vehicle with names of dozens of Democratic Minnesota lawmakers, including Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and Senator Tina Smith. Sources tell ABC News that abortion providers were also on that list, and law enforcement is looking into whether the suspect may have been motivated by extreme views on abortion. Police say they also found these flyers in the vehicle for the No King's Day protest taking place today, organizers in Minnesota canceling them out of an abundance of caution.
This was an act of targeted political violence.
State Representative Melissa Hortman was a mother of 2. News of her murder stunning lawmakers nationwide. Minnesota's Governor Tim Walz heartbroken.
Speaker Hortman was someone who served the people of Minnesota with grace, compassion, humor, and a sense of service. She was a formidable public servant, a fixture and a giant in Minnesota. She is irreplaceable, and we've been missed by so many. Minnesota's thoughts and prayers are with her family, her loved ones, her children, and her parents.
And at this hour, that suspect still on the run. The FBI offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. Releasing these images of him wearing a cowboy hat from just a few hours ago. They say do not approach him. He's armed and dangerous. Faith Abube, ABC News, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.